Okay, I have a question for you, and we'll get back to our topics. I just did you see Midsummer?
That's the cult movie, right?
Yeah, where they're in Finland and it's like everybody's dressed in white and shit.
No, so I actually couldn't see it. Because I had tried, but I had tried. This is gonna get really dark, really for a second. I had tried watching it right after one of my ex-boyfriends committed suicide.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, and like
Wow.
the first
The
scene,
opening scene,
I
yeah.
see that, and I just start hyperventilating. I'm like, turn this shit off. I can't watch this. So I never went back and watched it.
Well, you made a good decision because the movie's trash.
Okay, great.
I don't know what it is about white girls though. White girls love that movie, and I think it's because white girls suck. And I'll elaborate a little bit because so the main girl is a white girl, and she's in love with this dude for some reason, and the dude keeps sparing her feelings because he's like, you know, kind of morally driven, but he doesn't want to be with her anymore. He's just trying to find a good way to let her go. But she keeps, you know, like laying into him, being sad. And he's like, fuck, okay, me, which you probably shouldn't do. But, you know, he's trying to do whatever's, you know, nicest. And of course, at the end, do you mind spoilers at all?
No.
Okay. So at the end, he like, they feed him drugs. Like the cult people feed him drugs to make him like not be able to really move. And then they like the women of the tribe like him, like this young girl like gets on top of him and like to get impregnated or whatever. And the blonde girl that's his girlfriend sees that and it's like, oh, he's cheating on me. You know, by the way, he's getting forced and he's like, there's like 8 women holding it down, by the way.
What the hell?
And she's like, he's cheating on me. So she has this weird long scene of her just hysterically screaming and crying. And then she gets made the May Queen, I think it's what it's called. Like she's like the god now. They like make her the god for some reason. And she orders her boyfriend to get burned alive because he cheated on her. And all these white girls are cheering, yeah, get him, he cheated. And I'm like, what the fuck? Also, beside the point, the movie sucks. Like it's very predictable. And women that I've talked to, and it's always white women, damn it, I don't know what's wrong with them. I'll talk to these girls and they say the reason they like the movie is because the long droning shots and it's colorful and bright. And usually horror movies are dark and spooky. And I'm like, that's what you got. It's daylight outside and colorful. Man, I feel like white women are simple as hell. Like they're just easy please, man. You make something look artsy and they're like, ooh, I love this. This is great.
That's so stupid. I mean, I don't know if that's a thing. I'd be interested to look at a research study to see if your theory is correct. But that's interesting.
Oh, you'll see. Just read the chat. You'll see people in the chat. Oh, I love that movie. Blah, blah, blah. And they're all, yeah, but they're a white girl too. Darren Moose says, if you ever get a chance and are interested, there's a book titled Influence by Robert Galdini. Will open your eyes on things like Jonestown. You talking about like the dude that made everybody drink the Kool-Aid? You ever watched the documentary on Jonestown?
No.
Yeah. Dude, like I think it's the 70s maybe, has this church group and they go to like Zimbabwe or some shit. And they get there and he has this whole church group commit suicide because he's dying, by the way. I think he's dying. And he gets this entire church group, including children, to drink Kool-Aid, to commit suicide and go to heaven with him. He doesn't drink the Kool-Aid because he's a bitch. He gets his assistant to shoot him in the head with a gun.
What?
But he got like Zimbabwean guards, and it's probably the wrong country, but I think it's Zimbabwe. He gets people from the country to come in and be guards so nobody can come into their encampment. And also, if you didn't drink the Kool-Aid, the guards would shoot you in the face. So you couldn't leave. You fucking died. And they also killed a senator that came to check on the place. They came to check and make sure it was okay, like a U.S. senator or something. And then as he was leaving, they killed him.
Isn't it interesting? I'm going to have to look that up. I feel like I've heard of that. I just never looked into it. But that's so interesting how people can easily be persuaded into a cult. It kind of reminds me of how things are now in society where people have, you know, joined a lot of these social justice cults and don't realize it.
Yep. And the thing is, people were convinced until he started getting the Kool-Aid out. And then one person drank it, like the first person drank it, and they started convulsing and freaking the fuck out because they were dying. And everybody was like, oh shit. And everybody started running and panicking. They didn't no longer believe this. And they started getting gunned down by the guards he hired, just shooting in the face. So yeah, People are radicalized until the last moment. And they're like, oh, fuck, I don't want to do this no more.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
Oof.
Oops.